Hi, my name is Ralph Harris. I work for Natural Resource Conservation Service as an agronomist. We're here today to put together an educational video on electric fence. Electric fence is a very good option. Today, materials are good quality. If you select good quality materials, you can have a good quality fence. Many people have gotten away from electric fence because 40 years ago plus, the electric fence did not have good material. It just did not work, and the fences weren't hot enough to control the livestock. So we're going to show you today how to select good quality materials, how to install the fence, and actually how to do maintenance on the fence after it's completed. With any electric fence system, the charger is the most important part of your system because that's what's going to put out your voltage. You want to choose a good high quality charger, low impedance, and puts out lots of voltage. Voltage on your fence should be a minimum of 5,000 when you get the system completed. So you want a good quality charger. New Zealand, Australia, make good quality chargers. That's why you want to stay with that type of material because they have done and learned more about electric fence than we know in this part of the country. They've been doing it for years and years. After you get your electric charger figured out and what you're going to use, you can use 110 or you can use solar. But if you've got access to 110, 110 is your cheapest way to get electricity and electric fence up, because with the battery chargers, you're paying for the solar, you're paying for the battery and all the extra parts, so you can get more power on 110 cheaper than you can with solar. But solar does work well. You can get them where they're exactly even. If a 5 joule charger in electric in 110 and a 5 joule charger in solar, they're exactly equal. They're all the same. So when you go in, you want to use the good ground rods, galvanized or copper. Do not use rebar or T-post because they rust and do not conduct electricity well. So you can put in a good charger. If you don't put in good ground rods, you're not going to have a good system, have a good hot fence. Next thing you got to look at is your insulators. Insulators need to be good quality with a 10-year warranty on them. The reason for the 10-year warranty is they have the solar UV protection. The sun won't break them down and they will last more years, and you just have a better system. The next thing is your wire. A lot of folks used smaller wire years ago, but if you use the 12.5 gauge high tensile like this, you'll get about 3 or 4 times the amount of electricity down your fence because electricity travels on the outside of that wire, and you get a lot more flow of electricity. There's a few parts and pieces you need. You need a spinning jenny to be able to pay out and put out your wire, because this thing comes in a 4,000 foot roll, and if you take the bands off it, it's just going to explode. So you need a good spinning jenny. You need good wire cutters, pliers, because this wire is real tough. It's hard to cut, so you're going to need some good quality pliers to be able to do that. You're going to need a digital voltmeter. This is going to tell you exactly how many volts is going to come out on your fence. If you don't have this, you won't know how much voltage is being put out. You've got some of these other testers, they only have lights on them. You can't tell exactly how many volts. The digital voltmeter will actually tell you exactly how many volts that you have on your fence, and that's very important because that's what controls the animals. This segment we're going to talk about how to install the charger. We're installing a solar charger here, which has a battery to go with it, and you can't have solar panels if you're going to attach it to a solar system. Basically, all you do is put you a screw on your fence or by your barn or wherever you're installing the electric fence charger. You install it, hooking it up. All you're doing is hooking up the 2 posts. You flip it on, and your charger is installed, ready to go. Grounding installation, you're going to use a minimum of 3 ground rods for a permanent installation. The ground rods are 6 foot long minimum. You want them 1/2 inch diameter. You want to use the copper or galvanized. If you use copper, you want to use copper wire to connect back to your charger. If you use galvanized ground rods, you want to use galvanized wire. You want to hook it at your end ground rod. One continuous wire through all 3 of the ground rods back to your charger. Location to where you put your ground rods, you want a good moist location. At the bottom of the hill, you see a drain here. You want a good moist location. The better moisture around the ground rods, the better your charger is going to be more effective, because ground rods are going to pull more electricity out of it. If you put them around the barn, you put them around the drip of the barn. That way when moisture comes off the barn, goes right down to the ground rods and keeps them moist and makes them more effective in the process. You take your wire, you hook it into your ground knob on your charger, and your ground system is completely installed. We're showing here, you got your underground cable that goes under your gates that hooks all the fence together and makes it hot all the time. You want this to go under your gates. You want to put it through a PVC conduit where it's protected. You're going to put the underground double insulated cable through that conduit. It actually gives you a double protection for rocks and whatever causing damage to your wire. You run your wire and your conduit underground about a foot or so below your gates. You just take your underground insulated wire, you hook it up to your charger on the hot side, and your gate and all of it is installed. Your underground is installed, and it makes the rest of your fence hot. For a single strand or 2 wires, a single corner post will work. It needs to be a minimum of 3 foot in the ground, minimum of 5-inch wooden post to give you the strength to be able to pull and hold it. If you're going to multi-strand wires, more than 2 wires, 3 or more, you want to go to an H-brace, which you need a 6-foot cross member on it, braces on it, a minimum of 3 foot in the ground to be able to pull and hold and support the fence. You got your long wire, you want to take the short side, put it on the opposite side from where you want your wire bullnose to be. You pull it, you get about an 18-inch end here, come over the top, come up through it, and pull it down, slide it up close to your post. You break your wire straight down on the same side, and then you start wrapping. You put your handle in it. The faster you wrap it, the easier it is. If you lose your handle, you put another handle in it and wrap it. Make about 5 loops, come up to the top, twist it backwards, and it pops off in your hand. Your bullnose insulators, if you look, they've got 2 holes. You want to put it in, slide your wire up, keep it in your hand where you keep the 2 holes separate. Come around, wrap it around, break it down, and put your handle in it, and start wrapping. Wrap about 5 or 6 wraps, come back to the top, twist it, and then break off. You take your end of your wire, you slide it through the hole in the bullnose insulator. Pull it to where you've got about 3 foot of slack on it. If you'll catch it with your foot to hold it, and then start wrapping it. Wire tightening, we're going to show you how to put in wire tighteners on your fence. You've got it attached to your pull post on both ends. Now you're going to have to put your wire tightener on. Little donut daisy wheel tighteners and your tightening wrench. You put it on your wrench, slide it in the notch, pull it up and attach it to your wire, and do just a few cranks on it. You don't want the wire too tight because you don't want it to be too tight because it can break. And it can hurt the livestock. You put your pin in it, turn it loose, and let it go, and your wire's tight. Installation of your insulators on your post. We talked about earlier about 10-year warranty on your insulators. You want to have the good warranty. You want to have one that matches your T-post. Some of the T-posts are lighter weight, some of them are heavy posts. You want to make sure your insulator is matched to your post, because if not, when you snap it on, it will not stay on. It's going to snap off. You just take your pliers and snap it on. If you can get it on by hand, it's too loose. You have to have pliers or a screwdriver or something to snap it on. It's a good fitting insulator. Put it in, you put the pin on it. T-post is one of your options. You can go with a wooden post. You take the same insulator, put it on the screws, and put the pin in it. Works the same. This one is metal. This one is wood. These are plastic composite posts. You don't have to have insulators on these because these are plastic. They will not conduct electricity. You stick a wire through there, attach it to your fence, snug it up tight, and make a loop, and it's attached. Take your pliers and cut it off. Same thing with this one. This is a composite post. It's made of a plastic wood combination. You can drill holes through it. You can take the same wire, wrap it on there, and you got these. You don't have to have insulators on these because they are plastic. These two, you have to have the plastic insulators on. When you're attaching fences, you've got your main line coming down. If you've got another fence coming off of it, you've got to be able to attach those wires to your main line to get electricity. You want to use the 3-foot tail that we talked about earlier. Use your wire nuts, slide it in, twist it down tight. And if you get it twisted down tight, you've got a good solid connection that you're not going to lose voltage. You always want to use the wire nuts when you're attaching. Don't just twist the wires and put them together. You want to use the wire nuts. You also use that tail to come over. You can come down to multiple wires, attach multiple wires together by using these tails. And every time you jump down, you want to use a wire nut to attach them together so you don't lose voltage. Invariably, as you're putting up your 12.5 gauge high tensile wire, you're going to put it up and you're going to miss a kink. You're going to get a kink in it and it's going to break on you. So you're going to need to come in and you're going to have to figure out how to splice it. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to splice it. You take it, you make a loop, looks like that. Take your other end, stick it up through the hole, down through the notch, and back up through the other hole. When you do, you take your pliers, you pull it down tight. You've got the wire spliced. You're ready to go back in and put your wire tightener. Move down just a little bit from where you had it last time. Put your wire tightener on there, put your tool on it, crank it down, crank it up, and like I say, remember, don't get it too tight. You want a little give to it. When you come in, you put your keeper back in it, you pull your wire tightener, and you're done. You can come here, put your pliers on it, twist it, get up there to the top, twist it off in your hand. You just twist that down tight and you've got a good clean splice. As we talked about earlier, the digital voltmeter is a very important part of this system. You need to be able to check your fence to see how many volts it's putting out. You check it, you just put it on your fence. You'll get a digital voltmeter reading. It'll be 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, whatever. That's times 1,000. So that comes out to where we're talking about minimum of 5,000 volts on your tester, on your fence when you put it in and get it installed. That's what we're looking for. If it drops down to 2,000 or less, you want to be concerned and start looking for the short. 3,000 volts to contain livestock, cattle mainly. For your sheep and goats, you need a higher voltage than that, but 3,000 is a minimum you want on your fence at any time. We've talked today about designing electric fence, different parts and pieces, how to put it together, how to design it, how to actually put it up and construct it, and how to maintain it. Electric fence is a very good option. It's a very good, efficient way to control livestock, very effective and also cost effective. But if you're interested in more assistance, contact your local extension service or Natural Resource Conservation Service, and they can direct you to somebody that can help you design and also work on your fences and do maintenance problems.